72 Datsun 510. It's a two-door. Don't ever call them a coupe. It's a two-door sedan. The coupe wasn't sold here, so 72 510. It's kind of a tribute to the number 46 BRE car that John Morton won a bunch of races back in the day. It's got a 2.4 liter Z24 motor out of a Nissan truck. So it's kind of cool and kind of not. I've got some plans in the works for that. 5-speed out of the same truck. A bunch of Nissan OEM Plus sort of upgrades. So seats and interior and brakes and stuff like that have all been kind of stolen out of other Datsuns and Nissans from various years.
So how long have you wanted a 510?
Since before my first car, actually.
You have a Matchbox?
Well, my first car when I was 16 was a 79 280ZX. And that happened after I test drove the 510 with my dad, and he watched the road go by underneath our feet, which he wasn't really a fan of. And it also, the pedals were really close together, and it didn't have power brakes. So I blew through a couple stop signs.
It's got some big old side draft carbs on it.
Yeah, they're Makuni 44s. Not sure how well they're matched to this motor. You know, those are carbs you kind of put on something when you build a screamer, and this motor is definitely not a screamer. It's more of a tractor, but they sound kind of cool. They look really cool, and they can definitely be put on a cooler motor somewhere else down the line. So
you're looking at maybe putting a different head on it, or?
Yeah, so the Z motors and the L series that these came with, and you know about the 280Zs and 240Zs, they had a 6-cylinder version, but it's basically the same engine. The Z series and the L series are related, so you can put the L series head, which flows a lot better, it's a lot revier, onto a Z bottom end, a Z24, Z22 bottom end. So I'm going to build up some sort of Frankenstein motor here before too long. But when you pop the hood on one of these, you're supposed to see that L series valve cover, and it bums me out. As nice as this motor swap was done, it's just not right.
It seems like it has a lot of track-ready mods, even though it's a tribute car. It looks like you could still do some damage out here on the track. I see you got a nice roll bar and some coilovers.
Yeah, the build seemed a little bit ADD, to be honest. It's got some stuff that seems really track focused, like you mentioned, the little half roll bar there, and it's got an oil cooler where the headlight's supposed to be, and this stuff that looks really focused. But the suspension before I got to it was pretty stock. You know, it's got 4-wheel discs now, which it didn't used to have. But the suspension was real soft when I got it, so it's kind of making the transition, I think, from Garage Queen to at least, you know, maybe I'll go do some vintage hill climb or something with it.
Oh yeah,
should be a good time.
So knowing you, it's going to make it out on a racetrack at some point.
Yeah, probably sooner or later. You know, it's got enough fiberglass on it that I'm a little nervous about hitting cones or something like that with it. But I'm not sure you can put this much, you know, lipstick on a car and not at least go pretend it's a race car every now and then.
Yeah, maybe some HPDEs.
Yeah, something.
We'll open it up a little. Let's see what she'll do.
Yeah.